Sabrina is out. She's still day-to-day. She's progressing. She had a decent little workout yesterday, but not good enough to go today. So I'm hopeful she'll be okay for Seattle. Niara will dress out. She'll be in the warm-ups. We're pushing her forward now. She won't play tonight, with an eye on, as we move forward, how she progresses over these next few days.
So just to clarify, Niara's going to dress,
but she won't play. Yeah, she go through warm-ups. You saw her, she had a good workout.
Yeah.
Practice and yesterday, and looks good, feeling good, but has been out for quite some time, so we need to just continually build her up. But she'll dress, but she won't be playing.
When you have so much size and length that these lineups with MMEs, I guess, what have you seen in the way that maybe at times the team is a little passive to use that size, and in what ways do you think that they may impact?
Yeah, look, I suppose it's a lineup we haven't been able to use too much because of our injuries, but and I think it just needs some more cohesiveness with what we want to do. Obviously Stewie, she's a very versatile player, but still coming back to get her rhythm as well too. But, obviously there are abilities to switch and when we don't want to switch, but overall we have to be a little bit more disruptive. And I think we haven't been yet. So we have to find our identity there where we can be disruptive. And then offensively, I thought Emma had a good game last game, but, JJ probably wasn't her best game, but how to make sure everyone's involved. So we have a dominance with our big players.
The coach over here, Rhiannon Stewart said after the game, your last loss to Phoenix, something to the extent of we got to play at a higher level than we are right now. How have you seen your team kind of respond to that over the last couple of days?
Yeah, no, it's been good. I think we haven't lived up to our expectations, and yes, obviously injuries are being part of that. We've played so many different rotations, and you see, it's a team we're not always cohesive because of the lack of time together. But there's no excuses. We need to be better right now, and some of it is just hard work. Playing harder than your opponents, playing a little bit smarter, and we can't be the one that's getting run off the floor there. And I've spoken about the rebounding. That's been a bit of an Achilles. That's something you just got to block out. It's not that hard really. It's being a part about being a pro and taking care of the ball. We're a veteran team. We shouldn't be having unforced turnovers like we have. So it's a little bit of a mental lapses that we have. I'm confident in, especially when we get Sabrina back. I feel good about this team, but we need to win now, even without the players who are out.
Hi, Coach. You talked about the injuries, some of that cohesiveness as well. What have you done specifically as a coach to try to create some stability to get back on like how you guys were at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, look, you're trying to simplify it as much as you can, even though they're very experienced players. If you haven't had time to play together, you don't find a good rhythm with each other. And we've changed our lineup so many different times, trying to find what works basically, and then what works with coming off the bench as well too. Just simplifying it, making sure what is our identity. That's what you go back to, and playing to that. And but like sometimes it's just playing harder than your opponent as well too.
Coach, Golden State is on a 3-game winning streak. What challenges do they present now as opposed to earlier when you play them, especially with players like Veronica, who such a great playmaker?
Yeah, they're playing so well. I mean, for an expansion team, they're amazing. Natalie's done such a great job with this team. They have no fear. They're, obviously when they shoot the most threes, they have the most drives, and so it means they're being aggressive. They have that freedom. I think they know who they want to put the ball where the hand's going to be in. That's obviously Burton. And she's been great. I saw her in Australia in the off season. Obviously, she grew so much as a player here, but everyone's confident. You got shooters around it as well. You see that they're going out there, playing hard, playing freely, and playing together. And sometimes that's that's all you need sometimes in these big games.
Sandy, I'm curious. Has there been multiple opportunities to officially clinch a playoff spot?
Yeah, no, these logic bother me too.
Is there a letdown when it keeps getting missed, the opportunity to clinch? How do you navigate with your players just saying like it'll happen when it happens? You have to main thing that they think.
Yeah, look, I haven't even really talked about positioning. It's about us playing consistently great for 40 minutes, and we haven't done that consistently great all season long. So, you know, I need to do a better job. Our players just need to just hang in there and compete where we can. And sometimes it's more, you know, it's not just the black and white area, it's just the grey area too. Like, okay, what are you going to do in this situation? And, you know, just being smarter and making sure you're staying connected. You know, we just need to, you know, we need to play better, obviously. And then we need to build some confidence over these next few games. And, you know, I trust the team with our full team back. I think no one would want to really meet us in that first round.
Hi, Coach. I know that Sabrina's not playing, but obviously she's from here. Can you just kind of describe the level of disappointment to not come back here? And from the first game, what did you notice about what this place means to her, and vice versa, what this, you know, how the
Yeah.
fans treat her?
Yeah, 100%. This is her hometown, and she has such great home support here. And, you know, obviously it's a great arena to play in. It's fantastic. It's very similar to our arena. So, yeah, great, you know, fans here that really support women's basketball. So I love that. But, you know, Sabrina's done so much all over the country, but this is where it all began for her. She's from the Bay Area. And, you know, for little girls to grow up and see what she's done as a player and on the court, but also off the court, you know, I think that's fantastic. Last time here, she probably shouldn't have played that game either, but she wanted to because it was her home fans. And unfortunately, she can't play tonight. So, but, you know, we've got big picture in mind. We just need to get her healthy because she's so important for what we're doing.
We'll take a few more on Zoom, starting with Jackie.
Hey Sandy, I'm just curious about Niara. I mean, she sort of made this jump from just, being very out, all of a sudden, oh my gosh, she's dressing. So I guess if you can just take us inside what this progression has looked like for her.
Yeah, look, our obviously our performance staff have outlined a plan for her, and everything's going to plan. Sometimes you don't know when you're coming back. So she's progressing. So she had, really good workout playing 2-on-2 yesterday and then today. And, we'll continue to build her up and up into 5-on-5. So she's feeling comfortable when she goes out there. But the main thing is she's feeling good. And that's great because Niara, it's been a struggle for her all season long. And she's a player that we've missed and we believe in. So, hopefully she'll be back, before the end of the season, definitely.
For sure. And I just wanted to check in on JJ. Obviously, you noted that she didn't have her best performance, but obviously she was coming off of an illness. So I guess, did she seem, better in practice? And how has she been going into this game?
Yeah, she's better. It's just unfortunate everyone's getting sick here or anything else that keeps them out. JJ's a pro. I think she knows what she needs to do to make this team to be the best we can be. And she's a double machine. So that's what our expectations of her is move forward. But she's feeling good. I think these last 2 days just helped her to get over the symptoms and, sweat it out a little bit. And she's good to go tonight.
Thank you.
Miles?
Hey, Sandy. While Valkyrie opponents shoot a league high 28 threes a game, only you guys hold opponents to a lower percentage from three than they do. Coupled with them also allowing the fewest paint points in the league, what makes this defense so difficult to exploit?
Yeah, and I think a great stat today was, they actually have the best defense on home court. So it shows, the crowd. And we talk about our home crowd. I think the crowd gives them that extra energy. Look, I think number one, they're athletes. They're aggressive, they're physical. They've got guards that can get through screens to stay in place, and they do. They really protect the rim here, but they fly out after it. They just trust all their rotations, which speeds teams up. So, tonight we've got to be very disciplined with how we want to play. How do we want to exploit them, knowing that the congestion's coming? But hopefully we'll make a few more shots tonight.
And we'll finish with Jeff.
Thank you. Good evening, Coach. Thank you for taking the time. Just a quick point of clarification on Niara Sabally. She's going to dress tonight, take warm-ups but not play. What do you hope to see? What do you hope to kind of gain out of that would be my first question.
Just she's been out for so long. It's just to get a game feel, put the uni on, get into her warm-up spot. As we near her return, so she's just locked in and watching the game as if there's a potential that she could play, even though she's not. But just getting that mindset right.
Fair enough. And what's your message to the team regarding the importance of not only playing well against teams that are playing for their playoff lives at this point in Golden State and Seattle, but also the opportunity to clinch this playoff spot on your own terms?
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with any of the other teams. They're great teams. We've just got to be better. You know, this is all about us finding our best, you know, finding our potential. We haven't lived up to it yet, but we will these next few games. So it's another opportunity for us to, you know, play the way that we want to play.
Thanks.
Appreciate your time and insight. Have fun up there tonight.